Welcome to the Sports Hub Tailgate on KearneyHub.com. I'm your host, Cody Riedel, alongside Hub Sports writer Jason Ahrens. Jason, we're on top of the world today.
Yes, we are.
Up on top of the Kearney Hub office, getting ready to talk some more playoff football.
That's right, because this week's all about playing on a higher level, because there are going to be no more gimme victories whatsoever. Every team that everyone else is going to play has earned their spot in the quarterfinals, so it's going to be real tough from here on out.
Let's hop right to it. We're in the next round of the prep football playoffs. Give us the matchups and your thoughts on each one.
All right, we're going to start in C1 with Kearney Catholic taking on top-ranked Adams Central. Now, Kearney Catholic got to this one by getting a 41-0 victory over Broken Bow on Wednesday night, Halloween night. They shot out of the gate. Alex Lowe, who's feared more as a defender at linebacker, actually took the handoff on the second play of the game, 62 yards for a touchdown. He ended up with 100 yards rushing in the ball game. You had Connor Strite, who had 3 carries, 3 receptions, but he had over 200 yards combined in those categories. So he was getting the job done as well. The whole offense, over 500 yards of total offense. So Kearney Catholic moving on all cylinders. Broken Bow head coach Mike Garner said he was extremely impressed with Kearney Catholic's speed in the ball game. He said, you know, I can watch it on film, but you really can't appreciate their speed until you see it in real life. So a great season for Broken Bow. They started off 2-2, then they rattled off 5 straight wins before they ran into the Stars. So congratulations to the Indians on a good season. But now Kearney Catholic, they've got Adams Central. They squeaked by Grand Island Central Catholic on Wednesday night. One possession ball game. Of course, All-State running back Jake Fowler sat that one out with an injury. Now, Bill Carlin said Fowler could have gone if he needed him to, but he thought they could do without him, and he said he should be ready to go for Kearney Catholic. But it'll be real interesting. How healthy Fowler is for that ball game is going to make a huge difference.
Yeah, he might need to go against a Stars defense that has allowed three points in the playoffs so far, and that was on a 45-yard field goal from Central City. So Stars playing well right now. Big matchup coming up. Moving on to Class D1 in the Hub territory.
You've got a rematch of Arapahoe and Elm Creek. Of course, Arapahoe squeaked by Maxwell 13-0 for their second win over Maxwell of the season, and Elm Creek getting a 42-40 win in a shootout against Burwell. Buffalo's getting it done there. We'll see if Jace Doolin can turn the tables. He's a first-year coach there for Elm Creek. We'll see if he can turn the tables against Arapahoe. You know, it's hard to beat a team twice, but Caden Waverka, he rushed for 5 touchdowns in the first matchup against Elm Creek, so obviously the defense is going to be zoning in on the Arapahoe quarterback.
And our other D1 matchup, Loop City is taking on Elgin Public Pope John.
Yes, the Red Raiders have a tall task ahead of them, taking on the defending Class D1 state champions. So the Red Raiders got to this game with a big victory over Hemingford to eliminate them with their first loss of the season. The Red Raiders are playing real hot right now. Austin Bocart took the ball 49 yards for a touchdown on the first play of the game to get the Loop City rolling. He ended up with 3 touchdowns in the ball game, and now they're preparing for the Wolfpack of Elgin Pope John, who are averaging average margin of victory is at 43 points per game. So they're rolling along, but it should be a good matchup. It really should be.
You know, Loop City seems like they were kind of under the radar, and now they're just, like you said, they're just hot right now. So
right, and that winner will take on the Elm Creek Arapahoe winner in the semifinals.
We'd love to see 2 Hub territory teams match up again in the next round. So
absolutely.
Jumping down to Class D2, our matchups there in the Hub territory.
Right, only one, but boy, it's a high-profile one. If people didn't know much about Bertrand or didn't know of Bertrand before Wednesday night, boy, they sure do now. The Vikings, 82 points they put up against Kennesaw, an 82-45 victory. Tyler Dahlgren, Ryan Dahlgren, just lighting up the place. It was Ryan Dahlgren, 6 total touchdowns in the game. He had over 300 yards rushing, nearly 100 yards receiving. Like I said, 6 touchdowns. Tyler Dahlgren, 5 touchdowns. I think just over 90 receiving and rushing in the ball game. So Buck was at that ball game, and you know, he said Bertrand, they look like the real deal. They look like a good ball club. Of course, Shelton only 1 loss on the season coming to Kennesaw. So Luke Glenn, he had a big rushing game in their victory to advance to the quarterfinals, over 230 yards, pretty much all coming in the first half. So this is just going to be a great matchup. Sit back, buckle up, and enjoy the game if you're going to it.
You know, Buck is under recovery right now because he has carpal tunnel syndrome from writing the scoring summary from that Bertrand game. So
that's right. Looked like a basketball score. Indeed.
Yeah. Well, that's all our Hub Territory playoff matchups. All these games will be played on Tuesday night, so make sure you go out and support your favorite Hub Territory team. Jason and Buck and the sports crew will be out covering the games. And coming up on Thursday, we already have state volleyball.
Yes.
Here in Grand Island. They're in Grand Island, not here in Kearney. Districts were held last Thursday and Friday. Kearney Catholic won their district in the C15 by defeating Ord 25-18, 25-19, 23-25, 25-13. Take the #1 seed in the Class C1 state tournament, and they'll be taking on a Lincoln Lutheran team who the Stars defeated back on October 13th in the Centennial Invitational. Their game is at 8:30 at Grand Island Senior High on Thursday. And our other district champion was Alma in the D15 district. They defeated Southwest 25-17, 21-25, 25-21, 25-18. They nabbed the 7th seed in the D1 state tournament, and they'll be taking on Sutherland. Alma lost to Sutherland at the Cozad Invitational back on October 20th, 2-0. That matchup will be taking place at Grand Island Central Catholic at 11 a.m. And then our two wild cards, first in Class C2, Wood River losing their district championship match against Hastings St. Cecilia. They lost 25-22, 25-13, 25-13 on Friday night. They will be taking on Hartington Cedar Catholic, the #3 seed in the C2 state tournament at Northwest High School at 4 p.m. And jumping back down to Class D1, Ansley Litchfield, they get the #5 seed and earn a wild card. They're actually getting a rematch against their district championship opponent, St. Mary's. St. Mary's defeated Ansley Litchfield for the district title. They defeated them 26-24, 26-24, 25-18. So Ansley Litchfield will be looking for revenge in their first round matchup, which is at Northwest High School at 6:30 p.m. And those are the teams that will be playing in the first round of the state volleyball tournament on Thursday.
Good luck to those squads.
So check KearneyHub.com for updates on your Hub Territory volleyball team and prep football team. Make sure you check the Kearney Hub print edition as well for headlines pertaining to the state volleyball and prep football playoffs. And I believe that's our show for today. We better wrap this up because I think the sun beating down on me is just throwing me off today, Jason.
That's right. We sure would hate to have a win guest throw us anywhere we don't want to go.
Yeah. So make sure drop a comment to me or Jason at Hub Sports CSF, at JasonOrens10, and check out the Sports Hub blog on KearneyHub.com for other crazy blog posts. So then they were like, what a hoot!